worry, I'm getting scammed $35 so you don't have to. Welcome to Storytime with dear old Imco40 and the things I have to deal with in the world of the trading card game community. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys, enjoy most about Storytime with me. And this is a story about, obviously, I've been in this community, or I've been in the TCG sphere for a very long time. So we're gonna use this as a teaching technique to teach people how not to get scammed or don't trust people a little bit too much out here. So I actually recently just started playing WeCross, or wanting to get in to this game. For those of you that have no idea what in the world that this game is, hey, look at this. I've always wanted to play this game ever since the anime came out, like 100 years ago. But I never, it wasn't necessarily that, I just never had anybody to play with. And it's like learning how to play a Japanese card game is that, and then it got an English port during the beginning of COVID. What was it, during 2020, we started to get it. So a friend of mine was like, hey, I think it was like the last 6 months, he's like, hey, I want to learn how to play this. And he started practicing up some stuff. My other friends started playing, and I was like, oh, I really want to get into this. So, also, some of these cards, I know the camera's a little bit blurry there. Just some of the texturing here looks absolutely amazing. So I've been working on that. So since this game is relatively small, and I think a lot of people are going to feel what I'm about to say here. If you play any not mainstream card game that sells on TCG Player and you happen to need cards, because the pool of cards can sometimes be very small from the sellers, you're going to face a lot of buyouts. And with those buyouts means you're going to have to go find places to find cards. This is going to be true for Force of Will, Weiss Schwarz, Vanguard, and some of the older departments. A lot of these, I would even say maybe, not so much One Piece because it's more modernized, but card games that have a deeper seated future, that have, that are rolling back out here, you're going to have to go find methods, find these things. So I did the one thing I know how to do best. I joined a Facebook group full of 1,300 people to track down the thing that I need. A friend of mine recommended me to a Discord server full of stuff, and I posted, hey, I bought the last copy of this on TCG Player. I think I paid $23 on it. Actually, no, I paid 20. It was 22 with a dollar shipping, so yeah, 23. I was like, okay, cool. Would post a picture, go, hey, I need this. Somebody reaches out to me and goes, hey, I have the card. I was like, okay, cool. Standard, can you provide a timestamp? And I was like, okay, sure. We'll provide you with the timestamp. I get the picture back. Everything's looks correct to me. I don't see any issues here. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we proceed through the agile little story time out here with the proceed to work out the deal. I say, hey, card's 23. I paid 23 on the last copy on the market. Picked it up. He's like, they're like, can you do 25? I was like, okay, sure. $2 more is this. They want, I think it was $9 shipping, which is a little bit crazy from California. I believe is where they were trying to ship out of, to me in Indiana. And I was like, I guess, I'm not happy about $9, but I guess if it's priority shipping, we'll bite the bullet. So it's what, $25 plus 34. Yeah, puts us at 34 total. So I was like, whatever, a little bit more than I want to pay, but I'd rather get the card just to have it and not deal with this. So I proceed to send it over, and they're like, why'd you not send this F&F, which is friends and family? I was like, why would I send this friends and family? Like, this is goods and services. This is against, terms of service. They're like, okay, well, we're going to refund you. Can you send it somewhere else? And I was like, this is already shady. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. The first red flag's up. I was like, it's $35, or it's 34. It's not a big deal out here. So I go ahead. I send it over to they refund it. I send it over to the second account. I'm like, okay, cool, that's done. You know, transactions logged in. So we've agreed at our price. We've sent it over to the correct place, I guess, after them sending us a refund, which very, very strange. Never do friends and family, ever. That's against PayPal terms of service. I don't know why people want that. I just pay the goods and services fee, so, you know, you're good to go. So what ends up happening, so this is all Saturday night. Keep in mind, we agreed on the price, and I have to keep re-emphasizing that. So Sunday night rolls around, or Sunday morning rolls around out here. And what I get sent from this person is, hey, can we borrow $7 for you so we can send you out your package? Which means PayPal has a hold on the money typically, and that, you know, we want to send out. And keep in mind, this is on a Sunday. I was like, tracking, you can't really get me tracking on a Sunday unless you're shipping DHL or something. Like, that's not how this works. So I was like, no, I'll wait till Monday. All right, so keep in mind, that was Sunday morning. They're trying to get $7 out of me. I was like, no, I'll wait. So what ends up happening is we get to Sunday night. So they message me, and they're like, hey, we need 6 more. Actually, they said we need $7 to start. And they're like, hey, you know, it was like, sorry, bro, there's a price error here with the card. And I was like, okay, so what ended up happening was, over the course of 24 hours, more versions of the card got listed on the market, but instead of being the $23 that I had paid on the last copy, they're listed at $30. Not really a big deal, but whatever. I was like, actually, they were unlisted for 2 days because I bought them on Thursday. So it's 48 hours. Some more hit the market Sunday night, which is pretty good, actually. I didn't think we would see any of those repopulate that soon, but okay. So they messaged me, and they're trying to get $6 out of me. Because they're like, well, you know, I go by, I love this, by the way. They looked up the card Saturday, looked at the price, looked at everything that was available to it, and agreed on the price Saturday night. And then Sunday, 24 hours later, they're like, well, actually, this was a price error, and I'm going to need you to send $6 more. And I was like, that's not how this works. I was like, we've set the price, you had your research, you looked at things, and we've done this. You know, we were set up good to go. And now, what I have to deal with all of this is they're like, oh, well, I was like, just send me my money back. Just refund me at this point in time. And, well, so where I'm at right now with this. So they've told me that they have shipped the card to me, which is hilarious, by the way. That has not happened. Currently in the process of getting this scammer taken care of out here, because they're like, they're trying to withhold the tracking information from me, which tells me that the item hasn't even been sent as it is over this $6 price difference, because somebody relisted them higher 24 hours later after the deal was made. The reason for posting this story is, one, obviously, if you're dealing with communities and things like that, no matter how small the community is, no matter how niche it is, don't be an absolute toxic person like I'm dealing with here. PayPal is going to be your best friend for claims, especially with this. Even though they provided a timestamp and things like that, people think that they can get away with anything out here. And it is hilarious, just the method of madness that people think that they can do. Once again, I want to reemphasize the smaller community thing. You're willing to tarnish your reputation on things. Okay, you know, it's crazy to me that, you know, if you set up a deal and you've worked out a price point here, you actually did your research. That's the craziest part to me. You looked it up. You knew how much it was. Hey, man, I'm going to need some more money from you. That is not how this works. Like, just refund the money, or, you know, we can go through the systematic process out here of, you know, getting you banned from the group because, you know, you're going through all of the, it's a horrible time. But hey, I got scammed $35, so you didn't have to, so you could hear this story, so you could have the learning experience from this. don't worry. It's not the first time this has happened. Won't be the last, but man, I love people. Please, leave a comment about tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.